Hello Taurus, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your July monthly forecast. This is going to be a look at your love situation, at your career and workspace, and we'll get some guidance from the universe. I will get started with an oracle deck, with an oracle card, with an extra focus, buzz, trend, what's going to be important to pay attention to during this time. And then last but not least, we'll get you some messages from your person of interest to yourself. All right, let's get started. And this is the Enchanted Map Oracle that I'm using today. One of the decks that I haven't taken with me to Hawaii, so I haven't used it much this year, but catching up now. Of course, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. If you are interested in a personal one, check out my website for bookings, and also you can just send me an email and we'll take it from there. My website is mindfulbamboo.com. Okay, so your card is number 50, Compass, and I'm gonna see real quick what the message is in the book. As part of my introduction, I decided I'm reading more from the book to make sure I haven't missed much. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. And it's actually interesting, this is not the message yet, it's like the pre-chorus. And the true north is spelled, with capital letters, which is interesting because in the month of July, the north node, the lunar north node, is switching from Taurus to Aries. Right, it's been in Taurus for 18 months, if you didn't know, and it's switching to Aries now. So I feel like this is like an extra nudge that this is going to be an important change, because it may feel for a little bit that you'll feel off-centered when this change happens on the 17th of the month, maybe like through the rest of July, right? It will take a minute to get used to the new energy, but it's important to still stay true to your inner compass. And now the message. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or high power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass, with spirit as true north, will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. Beautiful. Okay, let's get to reading. Let's see. I saw the wide open card from the oracle underneath the deck. So that's another important aspect. I'm hearing that I'm supposed to tell you about this. Just stay open to new experiences and possibilities. Do not dismiss them. Do not ignore those opportunities just because they feel very risky. It's part of transformatory experience that we're being asked to step outside of our comfort zone and widen our horizons and our consciousness. And for Taurus, it could be hard to do that. I know, because I'm a Taurus, so yes, live in it. But yeah, it's important to be able to be open to it at least. Also, this is a reading for Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus placements. So if you're watching for your sun sign, which a lot of people do, please check out videos for your other placements too. If you don't know what they are, there is a link in the description box to a website where you can find out. So we're starting with the Empress. This is your card, Taurus. I think this is a really good sign. So this is the love space. Wheel of Fortune, look at that. All the major arcana here. 9 of Swords. I had this card for Aries just now when I was recording. It's interesting. Wow, more major arcana. For your workspace, we have the Hangman, 2 of Cups. Wow, soulmate energy at work. The Magician. Oh my gosh. Yes, we can see the big shifts are happening. 5 of Pentacles, it's the advice part. 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Moon. Yes, and I'm seeing this in like every other reading, if not more often, for the months of July. And I was just telling Aries that in their reading that it's not, I mean, yeah, obviously, duh, that, you know, it's important. But also in the month of July is the only time when we have, and I mean, I guess there could be some years where this will be missed, but most of the time, right, we have new moon approximately once a month. And because in July we're in Cancer season, we have that new moon in Cancer. So this is a big deal, you know, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. That's why, yeah, that's the last part of my of the logical chain, right? So this is like tenfold the energy of the moon. And guess what? This is the day when the nodes are switching from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. All right, so you will be tapping into more of your intuitive side. We are prepping ourselves with that through the full moon experience that we just had on the 3rd of July, the Series Gateway that we had on the 4th, the 777 portal that we have on the 7th. You know, like all these energies are calibrating us to be ready for that new space, to open us up, if you wish, do these high vibrational messages from the other realms. Interesting. So a lot of signs here. What do I see? Saggy, Gemini, Taurus, another Taurus or Libra. Yeah, Pisces. Quite a few signs if you're interested in like the signs you're dealing with. But yeah, what I want to say, and I really like that in this deck, the Wheel of Fortune, to me at least, kind of reminds me of or resembles the Empress card, because they are similarly, you know, the female figures with like big skirts, right? And they're even looking actually almost into the same direction. Both kind of have reds on them, which to me is a color of celebration, also that summery color of flowers, you know, something exciting. And I love this energy. It's a little sad that it's next to this 9 of Swords vibe, but what I'm getting is, and again, in this reading, I don't see much of a relationship vibe, but I'm getting that you are doing some major work on yourself, Taurus, in these months, and you are being helped by your higher power, by your guides, right? You're stepping into your true Empress power. And if you're masculine, it doesn't matter. It's not about the gender, really. If you're male, I mean, right? This is the Empress, is your energy, your natural highest vibration, right? And it includes a lot of things. But I mean, if you are a Taurus, you already know certain traits of character and values and priorities and the ways that Tauruses are, right? And this is using those things to the best of your ability, as a treasure, as a gift, as a talent, right? As something positive. Because there is, of course, the shadow aspect as well, but this is maximizing the light aspect of it. The fertility, the inspiration, being an inspiration for other people in their creativity, and being able to step out there and create what they feel is right, is needed, is beautiful, is inspired, right? So yeah, there will be some events on your way that will be like the harbingers of certain change of direction that you need, or specific steps that you're supposed to take. It will be very clear to you, and that's what we like, right, as Tauruses. Very clear which way to go, which step to take. As a side to it, like a side note or a side effect to what you're doing, the work you're doing is going to be removing certain layers of anxiety around being yourself, around stepping up in your role, around embracing your calling, your mission, and who you are, right? So there is that work too. And this is the minor arcana, by the way, which is like kind of signaling you that this is something that you kind of put on yourself as an armor almost. For Aries, I got that card, but it felt more like an old skin, you know, like snakes have old skin that they shed then. But for you, I feel like it's more of an armor. It was more like a protective gear, so that when you have other eyes on you, they can see what they're looking for, what they're looking for to see, what they're expecting to see, right? But now that part is being worked through, so you can remove that armor, because that's like the main blockage that's between you and your best self right now. In the career space, another set of major energies here. We have the Magician with the Hangman, and I love how green they are in this deck. Just telling me that this is coming in as a response to your open heart chakra, which is beautiful. And you have Two of Cups in the middle, which is a soulmate connection, which is a very strong soul bond with someone. It can be a colleague, it can be I don't know, a boss, a subordinate. It doesn't have to be official work. It can be in hobbies, it can be in other areas where services are provided, so in like more official relationships, right? Like it can be, I don't know, who do we have? Yeah, I mentioned hairdresser the last time. Yeah, could be your hairdresser, or I don't know, a doctor during a doctor's appointment. Why not? Some kind of a friend that you have a formal relationship with. Could be, of course, business partnerships. Could be, I don't know, your lawyer, right? It can be all kinds of those relationships that do not fall into personal, that will count into this area. And there is somebody really important that's coming along, or that will reappear during this time to show you something important, to help you along the way with this new big energies, where you're asked to reconsider where you're headed and how you're getting there. Sorry guys, had to fix an issue with my phone, but I'm back. And I just started telling about the energies of the Magician and the Hangman here, and how you are being guided to reconsider how you do things. And I'm getting actually a little more even about how then, you know, the route or the goal, the end goal per se, right? It's how you're getting there. Magician is also the energy of how you're getting there, right? How you're manifesting what you're looking for, because I'm getting that some of you are doing it the long way. Like you are getting there eventually, but it can be a lot simpler, and you can see, you will be able to see the results much faster. And there is something big in the works for you. That's why the higher power, your guides, they need you to get that information, so you can get through certain experiences in an easier and faster way, and then you can move on to those new big things. Now, with the advice, we actually have all minor arcanas here, which means that all these changes are in your hands. So it's like, stop being too protective of your heart and your inner self, because it's actually blocking you. And I already spoke about that armor, right? That's another way of looking at it. The Five of Pentacles is that energy of like being left out in the cold, but also in this deck, because she's got it, you know, because of this imagery, to me it's like protecting what I care for, because I don't feel like other people are treating me and my heart well, right? So going away from that pattern, and also seeing this myriad of opportunities around you. Do not limit yourself to just something specific that you're looking at that is right in front of you. A lot of times we're actually guided to just focus on what is in front of us, but right now you're asked to see, to kind of step out, zoom out from your context and see the bigger picture, and see how many opportunities there are, and also the bigger cosmic meaning of what you're doing, right? How is it benefiting the society at large, the generations to come, all of those beautiful things. And that will help you big time with your motivation, and also with understanding why certain fated events are happening in your life, because not all of them will easily tie up with what you've been doing or your belief system, right? But this will help you make that connection and use that information to your benefit in a good way, I mean. Okay, messages from your person of interest to yourself. Messages for Taurus from their person. Got 9 of Cups in reverse, 8 of Swords. Woo! Sorry guys, I'll have to pick it up. I kind of hit it with my hand, so it flew away pretty far. Of course, 6 of Pentacles. Yes. So your person actually sees you as this equal partner, somebody who is not just worthy, like on the same page with them, on their level of, like, you know, energy, values, intellectual level, views on abundance, right? Like this is, they're seeing that match, the match vibe. But on the other hand, they're not seeing that everything is working out the way they want, right? The 9 of Cups is in reverse. So I don't know why, whether you guys are in separation or there's just some sort of a conflict between you two, or maybe they have an inner conflict about moving further in this relationship, or about even making their move, maybe, right? Like there is this self-sabotaging pattern with 8 of Swords, this kind of like psychological prison where they're overthinking, they're being worried, right? This is like one step away from anxiety that we saw with 9 of Swords, right? So they're in that unproductive mindset right now where something is bothering them. And I'm getting it's actually not about you, Taurus, it's more about them, because they see you as a match, you know, and they want to have that equal partnership relationship with you. But something is stopping them on their side, in their own right, either in their belief system or actual events in life that are stopping them from acting the way they feel, right? That's like them, like turning on the brakes. And there is the inner conflict is also caused by this dissonance between the heart desire, the wishful thinking, and the brain, the conscious mind that's saying, no, that's not good, that's not true, or I'm not good enough for it, or it's not the time, or something like that, right? So why are you giving this message? I'm getting that it's important for you to understand that A, it's their own internal prison for themselves, like this has nothing to do with you. B is a temporary thing, and again, all of these are minor arcanas, which means like they can handle it, and they will handle it eventually, one way or the other, right? This emotion is pretty strong, so it will come out. You will know more with time, when it's time. And for now, it's just important to give them space and to allow for that worry and anxiety to kind of melt or boil up, you know, so that it disappears, and you two can be building something from a healthy environment and not from a place of fear or lack, or, you know, them being afraid that somehow it's not gonna work out, or you'll see the real, like there are several scenarios here I'm seeing, or you'll see the real them and you'll get disappointed, or like the differences between you two will not be reconciled, right? So this is their fear, this is their space, so leave them to deal with it. And in time, I see they definitely have a desire to build something powerful with you. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like the video and check out the readings for other placements on my channel.